Boom, baby.
Jesus.
Hello, 100 people. Fantastic. I was just on with Red and Chris, and we were chatting, and I'm late. 3 minutes. It's just the way it is. I'm trying to blame somebody else. Anyway, thanks to Red. He took notes for yesterday. I was doing it when I talked to him, and he already had them, so I grabbed them. Anyway, let's get started. I want to say a big hello to Willow.
So this is OnPassive Marty DeGarmo live recap OP 360 June 23rd. Just went up not that long ago. And I want to see what they are telling people now that the founder's position is closed. What are we doing next, Marty? You're doing a recap. I think it's a little ridiculous that every time that something happens in this company, everybody does a recap the next day and apparently even use the same notes.
Thanks to Red, he took notes for yesterday. I was doing it when I talked to him, and he already had them, so I grabbed them.
So we're just going to skip ahead because he says hello to everyone, as we know for most of this video, and get right to the meat. I really do think that he just needs to find his Johnson, and then he'll be in a better mood. But first, a message of my intro.
Are you kidding me? In fact, most of us would wish, if you're not happy, go. For the love of God, go. They're stacking it. You believe it or you don't. We've got a bunch of people out there trying to save us. I'm automatically smiling. She makes me smile. Menjo Jakuba.
Still saying hello.
We did for the last 24 hours, 32 hours. We would have hit 2 million people by the end of the month, which is only 7 days a week. Believe that? I believe it. They were coming in like crazy. He said we've not seen anything like this ever before. This is the first time we have witnessed any company close.
They claim that they got 30,000 signed up their very last day in OnPassive. There are just over 30,000 people in all of the UK and Ireland in Amway. I just want you to think about that for a moment because I feel like these numbers are very, very exaggerated. We've talked about how it's actually accounts. They claim there's 1.4 million members, but people have like 200 accounts. So it's actually accounts. But I don't think that they're going to be getting to 2 million. And I don't even think that they're actually at 1.4 million.
In the doors and stopping people from joining. Okay? Yes, we could have got more people. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about that. We got plenty of people. Now what we do, if you're a founder and you don't have that feeling, like I do and some others do, listen, and I'm talking about knowing what you have. The best we can. Like I said, we might know, some might know 1%, some might know 10. Whatever that number is, even if you're 1, it's mind-blowing. Guaranteed.
Yeah, so Ash went on this weird rant at the 360. You can watch a recap of it where Alana and I talk about this, where he goes on this rant about how you might know 10% or 25% or 1% of the company. It was a very bizarre rant. And then he was like, if you only know 10% of what's coming, then you're going to know another 10%. What is the 10% you think that you should know next? It was very strange. So that's what Marty is discussing when he says that. And I still don't know what it means. Apparently it's the knowledge that the founders have on the company, and then they're supposed to guess what knowledge would equate to 10% more knowledge. Again, doesn't make sense to me.
Whatever that number is, even if you're one, it's mind-blowing, guaranteed. And there's a lot of people that don't have that. And I think in this short amount of time in between, now in the next phase, we need to help people get the picture of what they really have. He said, I've never seen people celebrating and being excited at the shutting down of an opportunity. Isn't that funny? That's because they trust us and they're going to a higher place.
But isn't that true, though? Have you ever seen people more excited about them ending an opportunity? And not only that, but ending what they're supposed to be selling in this company to make money? They don't have any products or services, so all they had was recruiting people, which, what does that make this instead of an MLM? And they were all excited that that opportunity was closing. All the founder positions were closed, and we're kind of all over here, those of us that speak out about it, kind of like, but that's not good. So I'm hoping that Marty is going to make Ash's speech make sense, but I doubt it.
100%. That's exactly what it meant to everyone. That's what the celebration was. Obviously, I would have loved more people to get in as founders. But I never, ever did the please get in. Because I felt if they don't see what I see, and I've run into a lot of people in my life that don't see what I see. And I'm happy of everything that I did. Was there bad times? Yeah. But it makes you smarter. If you don't quit, it makes you smarter.
I just want to know then why you wrote a friend of ours a letter all mad that they called you a clown. And telling him all about the opportunity if you don't care to like beg people. Obviously, he's not interested and he thinks that this thing's a scam. And you took time out of your day to email him and ask him why he was calling you a clown. And he didn't even call you that by name. You just assumed that you were one of the people he was talking about. So, come on, Marty.
So I made a lot of decisions that weren't that good. I've never felt better about one than the day I signed up to be a founder. And every day after that got better, not less. Got more. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you know me, you know I mean it. He said thank you to all the leaders and the founders. The actions that we took and the road that we traveled and the people that we helped will reflect back on all of you, he said. All of you. And I believe that from the bottom of my heart.
But again, you don't have anything that's going to help anyone, and you want to sign up unborn children and homeless people to a business, to market and promote a business. Like, just, come on, think about that. Does that make sense?
Expectations, like Michael Ellis said, it's going to get better little by little by little by little, and it's going to magnify every month. If we can have that.
What is magnifying every month? You're not selling products. Nothing's made. Okay, none of the softwares are ready for sale. Ash doesn't even have patents on his ideas for these. And he's out here spewing them all over the place. Not like any of them are actually innovative, but, you know, just saying might want to get a patent for them first. And now you can no longer get people into this thing and recruit. So what are you doing? Like, I don't understand what you're talking about right now, Marty.
What other gift could we use? What other gift could we have?
Lots.
Really? Buy back time and be able to, you know, my grandson's doing gymnastics. They all doing these, to be with them and not have to worry about. It's amazing. It's amazing. We have no.
It would be amazing, except you have to do 5 webinars a day, and each one is at least an hour or so long. So you're not going to have much time. The machine learning isn't done yet. The AI isn't done yet. Academy isn't done. Desk isn't done. Nothing is done. People still can't log into this damn website, Marty. So how are you going to be making enough money in this when you're not selling anything and you're not recruiting anyone to go and do that gymnastics? By the time you start making money in this thing, bud, your grandson will be graduating college.
It's the most valuable thing we have is time, and we have no control over it. But if you can leverage that time and wind up with something like this, where you might have a few years, maybe many years, depending, to do what you want, that's crazy. Anyway, there's a new blog out. If you guys get a chance, go look at it. The word is stunning. Very nice blog. Very nice blog. And it's kind of representing the new phase of OnPassive. Beautiful. We have a new website every Monday. It's going to continue, he said. Mr. Mupara said you'll have a website every Monday.
Yes, I know. Every Monday we are changing the website. It's going to be a new website every Monday. But for some reason, we can jump on the website and make a pop-up show up that tells people that the founders' positions are closed. You have to collect their information in order for them to find out, right? Yeah, all of that's very sus. I don't like it.
They've hired enough developers that they are confident by the end of this month, which is a week away, if they wanted to, they could release a new website daily. I've never, ever, 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 ever been with a company that you could get a new website every day.
Ever wondered why? Ever wondered why that is? Maybe it's because the other companies are actually running businesses where they're providing services, selling products, hiring employees, and etc. So they don't have the time to recode a new website every single day. Maybe that's why. It's usually not a priority. In fact, it's been proven that using the same website is better than changing it up so much. Because people like what they're familiar with. And you're going to have a situation where some people are going to end up coming to your website and then they're not going to recognize it. They're going to think they're on the wrong site. Maybe take a step back and ask yourself, why has no other company done this? It could possibly be because it's a stupid idea.
Never. That's mind-blowing.
There's reasons.
OnPassive is the company accelerating in value delivery rather than fading away. Look, a lot of companies come in with a product. 1, to be exact, maybe 2. They come in with the best shot they have. And then every day, every year goes by, the value of that product drops. With OnPassive, we're going to come in higher value than anyone, and daily and monthly and yearly increase that value. So there won't be a fade away.
But again, you can't just be like, we have more value than anyone. What about your company means that has more value? You haven't made more sales than anyone. You haven't invented better products than everyone. I know you think you have, but you have nothing. Just this way of thinking drives me nuts. It just shows that they're all just brainwashed to believe whatever Ash tells them and then think that this thing's going to be amazing. And they try to convince other people of it too. That's all this is.
It'll get brighter and brighter and brighter. What more could you ask? Let me tell you what that means. Nobody, let me say it again, no company, nobody is going to come in with this big surprise and we're going to get caught behind. It won't happen.
It's already happened. Every single product that you guys have thought of, there's already a better one on the market that's been running for a long time. And most of them are made by companies that are household names, which you're not. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't know about you, and he wouldn't be scared.
Because of the way that Mr. Mupara and his team strategically built this company.
Are you joking? There's no business plan. There's no compensation plan. The man didn't even patent or plan the products properly. What has been strategically planned about this company as we go on year 5 of it not launching or doing crap for anyone and no one's made a profit? Please let me know. Well, I guess Ash has made a profit. So I guess it works for him, right? How much have you made, Marty? Just wondering.
It was built with that intent. You can't beat it. Sorry.
Again, you can't just keep saying that. You can't just be over here like, I'm in the best company. That'd be like me sitting here going, I'm the best YouTuber on the platform. Do I believe that? No, I don't. I'm really not. But like, again, what would make me the best one? I have shitty camera quality. Okay. I'm ugly and old and decrepit, and apparently my body is sagging naked. Not sure how people know about that, but anyway, I have an ugly voice and I'm awful at art. Alright, when you use templates for your art and how to draw books, you're stealing art, it's theft. So no, I'm not the best YouTuber, but if I was to sit here and argue that I was, I would need to have reasons why I think I'm better than other people, right? Why is this company better than all the other companies? Because it has nothing in comparison to any other company out here. Even MLMs have more than you. This is like the worst MLM in the history of MLM so far. Because at least they can get a product out. Jesus.
It was a rough road. I said it. They took some heat along the way. Compounded heat. Nasty times. No doubt about it. Look, there was nasty times for us. Now magnify that times a trillion. Daily, monthly, all countries, little things. Just crazy things.
Wow, I am so glad that Ash goes through so much and sacrifices himself so much so that he can scam all of us. That's so great of him. You're right. When I'm wondering when I'm going to start making money and when the company's going to launch, I should just shut my mouth and then think about all the hardships that Mr. Ash Mufara, our Messiah, goes through. Yeah. Nothing I'm going through could be as bad as him, and he's going to save the world and fix us of all of our issues. Come on, Marty. Really?
Listen, you listen to that idiot that comes up and, oh my God, this is this, and I get your money back. Pull up your truck, your Volt, and get your whopping $97 back. Nobody said you have to stay.
I just want to remind everyone that there are several places that this company preys on where $97 is 3 months of pay. So, a measly $97, 3 months pay for a lot of these people in this company. Yeah, no, Marty, you're right. You're right. Anyone could afford to just flush 3 months' pay down the toilet. $97 may not be a lot for you, and it may not be a lot for me. But it's a lot for a lot of people. And you're being kind of a classist asshole right now.
In fact, most of us would wish if you're not happy, go. For the love of God, go. They're stacking it. You believe it or you don't. We've got a bunch of people out there trying to save us. Are you kidding me?
Hi. Sup? Are we talking about me now? Oh, you bellend.
$97. I never seen people make such a big stink over no money in my life.
It's not just the money that you're taking from people, Marty. It's the fact that you're emotionally manipulating them into a company that has some very cult-ish thinking. Ash runs this thing like a cult. You can't even question the man. Ask him a question, nothing. You're all horrified to push back on him when he makes no sense. So to me, that makes this a cult. Okay, so yeah, we're trying to save you from a cult. Even though you hate us, Even if you'll say that it's only a measly $97, the way that you think has been changed. You've been manipulated into believing that this business model is a good business model. Not only the fact that MLM business models are good, but that this company is going to actually save you, everyone you know in the whole world. That Aj Mufara is some kind of messiah that's going to save everybody from stuff. Okay, listen. If you don't want to be saved, that's fine. But then you shouldn't have recruited anyone and put other people at risk and in harm's way so that you could make money. Because that's exactly what this is.
Handed the keys to a possibly multi-million-dollar company, and we're squawking on both sides of the fence. It doesn't make sense. I paid $97 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago. You guys buy groceries lately? You buy gas? Check out a movie. Check out the $5 movie. Are you kidding me? You got to get a second mortgage to take your family. $97. You want to get something that's not even better, but more? Get a McDonald's franchise. What, do you lose money for 5 years? Cost you $1 million to get it?
Okay, Marty, you don't get an OnPassive building to run when you pay $97. This is not at all like franchising something. Also, these people aren't real founders, okay? They're distributors. They're Huns that you've signed up. They don't have any say in this company. They don't have any say in the products. They don't have any say in the price. They don't have stocks in it. Nothing. When this company makes money, they don't get a commission or a chunk of that money. They don't get a piece of it. So how are they founders of this thing if they have to work the business exactly how the regular customers would have to? Explain that to me.
Tell you where it's going? Come on. I could stay home and have a franchise of my own? Come on, there's no comparison.
Not the same.
But it was a rough road.
He is right. There is no comparison.
We had thousands of pending founders. No joke. I still have 172. If I can talk to any one of those 172 and let them know, look, if you can still log into your email and you have access to the back office and you see a pay button, you could still be a founder. But that's it.
Wait, what? So those that have access to the back office but still haven't paid, they can still be a founder, even though you guys said that all founder positions closed at midnight the 23rd. Okay. Weird.
Make this perfectly clear. You got founder positions under you, they're not yours. If that person signs up, they're on your team. You cannot go in, grab that email, and then go to the company and say, switch email, I want to buy my pending positions.
The reason why I have an issue with this is because at the beginning of this whole thing, Ash told them all to go and buy several positions so that they could basically hand them out. Now all of a sudden there are people with like 200 positions in this thing, and now they're being told those are all yours. And you can't switch them. You can't give them to anyone else. And one day there's going to be a fee for each one of those accounts. This thing's a huge financial issue for anyone that's a part of it. Like, imagine having even 10 accounts in this thing, not being able to switch them over after you were told to get multiple so that you can like give them to people and stuff. And then it's going to be $200 to $300 a month all of a sudden for each of those accounts. Oh, and by the way, you're also a homeless person that they made you sign up for OnPassive so that they can save you with Oblast.
You can't do that. You can't sell your positions. Now, some of you are going to be sly, which I wouldn't recommend it. Not the core won't, but some of you. I'm going to put in for an email change and make it look like it's an emergency, and then I'll just switch it over to me. If you do that, you will get caught. And if you get caught, you could be kissing your position bye-bye. Is it worth that? No, then let it go. pending businesses can be opened and paid for the people that started it. The people that came in, became a pending founder, but never paid. If they still have access and they see the pay button, they can pay. Otherwise, it's dead. Let it go.
Okay, so then how long is that going on for? How long is this grace period? How long do people have to like sign up their last bunch of members then? Or founders, sorry. Are you going to tell us? Probably not.
But email them and tell them what they have, what they can get. But other than that, it's dead. Don't jeopardize you and your account.
This whole company is dead. They're not doing anything. No, they can't even recruit.
Not worth it.
It is worth it. Get out.
And by the way, anybody, this is for everybody watching, every founder in the company, if you want your money back, you can get it back and get out. Wash your hands. Adios. Have a blast. Have a great life.
No, you can't. Stop telling people that all they have to do is get a refund if they want out of this thing, when you know damn well that Ash does not like to give people their refunds and comes up with excuses as to why it's their fault that they're not in on this opportunity anymore so he can keep their money. I'm getting sick of hearing it.
You got to be a good representative. You don't want to send Bozo the Clown out there to represent the company. Bozo the Clown.
Oh my God, Marty, did you just call someone a clown?
Bozo the Clown.
You're not allowed to do that. That's so insulting. This whole thing is like, they talk about they want to sign up the whole world, but then they talk about how they have an elite club of people that are like more superior than all the other people, and how they need to represent OnPassive well now. Represent them for what? You're not recruiting anyone or selling any products or services. So like, what are you doing? Just doing webinars and looking pretty and making sure you speak eloquently? Because we can talk about Bill Musk Productions if you want.
And the more you know, the easier it is to talk, because if it's in you, you can say it. You know?
Okay, so then how come Ash never answers questions? How come Ash is always like, there's a lot of stuff going on in this company and we're having all these new products, but I'm not going to tell you, it's a secret what everything is. How can you know damn well how convoluted this business is? And now none of these products even have a patent for them yet to be invented. So you can't get to know them or use them. They're not in existence. But people should get to know them and speak about them. But whenever they ask questions about them, Ash gets upset at them. Because they often include, when is this coming out? What's the point in learning all these products and doing these videos on products when you don't even have a patent for the products? Which, by the way, it can take a little bit of time to get a patent. So why Ash has been sitting on his goddamn thumb for over 4 years now without at least doing that is beyond me, because he sure has no problem traveling around hotels and paying big money for his ad to be on the Burj Khalifa, but then we haven't patented our ideas yet for these new innovative products that are going to be like no one else's on the market. Come on, Marty, think.
Chris, I'm sorry, man. I'm going as quick as I can. There will also be more. There will also be more virtual and in-person events coming up. Boom, baby. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
You know you love that.
Boom, baby. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. Please stop it.
Boom, baby.
And if you're core and you're thought of by leaders or by Mr. Mufaro, you come to people's mind, that makes you core.
Okay.
And I know names, I know people. Why do I know them? Not because they're Rembrandts or they wrote a song necessarily. They're involved. They're part of the community. That's how we know. Not because you're an expert video person or some kind of script writer. It doesn't matter. Be involved. Be an ambassador to what.
Okay, but I don't understand, because didn't you just go on a big rant about how people need to represent the company well, but then you don't care about their video quality or what they do? Woo, that makes no sense to me.
You can be. You help one person, great. You help 1,000 people, that's great too. But it all goes together. Really, it's a big deal. Compliance. We will work on our legal rips to clean up inappropriate things, defamation, that sort of thing that is in social media right now. Everybody was told this is happening, it's happening. They can ignore it or whatever, which is, I wouldn't recommend it, but let them do what they want. I don't know. The only thing that bothers me is they think they're saving us, and when in reality, they're negative. They're not trying to save anybody. They're trying to get a few points on YouTube.
Marty, I really don't care about points on YouTube. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't act the way I do most of the time on here. What I am doing is I am spreading awareness about this. Maybe I won't save you, but I will do everything in my power to save anyone that comes across this thing that could possibly be thinking about joining it or that it's a good idea. I'm really hoping that you wake up for your own well-being. Nothing negative about it. What's negative to me is a man that makes false promises to thousands upon thousands of people, promises them a business, promises them services, doesn't have a patent, lies to their faces for years, emotionally and mentally manipulates them, threatens them, intimidates them to the point where they're too scared to even ask questions out of line on a webinar. I have a problem with that type of person taking advantage of people. So I would speak out about this thing no matter what. Because it's a scam, Marty, in my personal opinion. It's a huge scam. So you know, my name is not there, so you might want to let the legal team at OnPassive know that. I'm not sure who there is, but I hope that you can get that cease and desist letter to them. It looked important.
Because other than that, are they really trying to help anybody? No. What do you need help from? Hey, I don't want to be on this. I don't want to be on this journey. You give them a motorboat and take them back to land. Nobody has to stay. The value is much too high for the company and for people. There's people's jobs involved. There's families involved.
There's families involved. And this company likes to tell people to sign up their unborn children who then have no say. And by the way, it's illegal to sign up minors to things like this in most places, in most states. And they have no say in being signed up for this thing. That's child abuse, just if you were wondering. So if you care so much about families, then get out of this thing, Marty. This thing is going to destroy every family in it. Because when Ash does go down for this scam, which it will happen no matter what, truth always comes out, these scams always get caught, all of you are going to jail with him, you LCs. He will split you up from your grandson, and you'll be lucky if you ever see him again. So if you care about family, really start asking some real questions here. Get some critical thinking skills, please.
And you get a couple of people bad-mouthing something where people's lives are involved?
Exactly, people's lives are involved. And in the past, when these things go bad, people have self-harmed or unalived themselves over it. The fear that we have every single time that we're covering this company is that that's going to happen to people in this company. So once again, if that's what you think, Marty, and you don't want to be around people like that, that would make people feel that way, you might want to get out of OnPassive.
And it could hurt the company? Come on.
If my channel of less than 2,000 subscribers speaking out about this thing is going to hurt it, you aren't that shit hot to begin with. And I always say that to everyone. I don't know why I'm such a threat.
The company's going to be less tolerant over that. I'm glad. People think they can just say something and hurt people, maybe hurt their income? Okay, you want to make fun of something, you better make sure you know what you're talking about.
Thanks, Marty, I do. I've been doing this since 2019. Technically 2018, but on YouTube since 2019. Lana's been doing it a lot longer than I. A lot of the people in this community as well have been in religious cults and left. MLMs are the same. This company, very culty. So, yeah, we know what we're talking about. And we're within the law. We have the right to talk about this, especially if you're putting videos up. You can be critiqued, criticized. We're not cruel to you. The jokes we make, maybe a couple of them might be a little unclassy, like about your Johnson and whatnot. Other than that, we've been quite nice to all of you. And you're out here scamming people every day on this platform. I just want you to take a step back and really look at everything.
No matter what comes out in OnPassive, no matter what it is, there's people out there going to say that's not real. That didn't really happen. That's not red. That's not blue. He's not real. He's paid. He's an actor. There's not really this. There's not really that. These people, these type of people have been around since the beginning of mankind.
Haven't been doing that, though. We also provide proof for everything we say, so. Alright, continue, Marty.
And they always put this cloak on of, I'm saving the world.
No, sweetie. That's you and Ash. I really don't think that I'm out here saving the world. If I save a few people from this scam, though, that's a few families that I've saved the livelihood of. I've already gotten a couple people out. So, I'm happy. You can just keep going, though. See how many people I can save from this thing. But I'm not out here trying to save the world. Although Mr. Ash Bufara and OnPassive claims that Oblast actually is going to save the world. So I'm just wondering, Marty, what is Oblast going to do for people like me that are just so negative and awful and want to tear everybody down? The bullies out here speaking out against the scams. What are they going to do to help us?
It's bullcrap. If they got something better for you, then tell them to give it to you.
I'm not offering a business with a business model that I speak out against. I just ask people to subscribe for free. Watch my shit. Get a laugh every once in a while. Let me speak out against these scams, especially when they start to get as culty as this one has. Pseudoscience, things like that. I just offer the truth. Education and awareness and a laugh. That's all I'm here for. If I save people along the way, awesome. Even better. If I shut down this scam, great. I won't be upset about that. That would be great. But it takes a lot to shut down a scam like this. And I'm also a realist, so I know better than to sit out here talking like I'm all that and that I do everything and that I'm this great person that does everything. It's going to save the world. That would be all you, though.
And if it's better, take it. Even if it's more than 97. If it's better than OnPassive, take it. If it's long-term and better than OnPassive, take it. Because I'm telling you right now, 18 years online, there's nothing like OnPassive. Zero. Freaking zero. Yes, I said it. Say it.
Say it. Say it.
Say it. Zero. All these jokes coming out and taking advantage of people. I know. I was in the industry for 15 years. Teams of thousands. I failed. I sucked. Why? I couldn't bring anybody with me. Neither can they. So please wrap your head around what the truth is.
I just offer the truth.
The truth will set you free.
The truth will set you free. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth will set you free. Coming from the unicorn himself.
The truth will set you free. You've got an empire that you could be part of. And you're going to go jump off on some Mickey Mouse club? I mean, come on. I want to help people. I would not direct you. I've invited people to businesses and realized they're junk. I have to go back to people and say, oh, I'm sorry. 3.5 years I've been here.
Yeah, but then again, I don't know why MLMs are the only businesses where you can sit there and be like, I failed at this 1 million times, but you should come do it with me because we're going to be successful this time. It's so weird to hear him go on about how he's made people join companies with him in the past and then had to go back and apologize to them for getting them to join in a scam. It's like, okay, so then how do we know you're not doing that right now? Because you've been in this one for 3 years. But again, this one hasn't done anything for the whole 3 years, Marty. So how do you know, Marty, that when these products get made and launched, that you're not going to be looking at this thing going, holy crap, this thing's a scam, my compensation is crap, and I just waited 3 years for nothing and got a bunch of people signed up? Tell me what it is that makes you believe for sure that this is the one. Because there is no safe one. You hear me say that about Scentsy all the time. There is no safe MLM. They are all the same. And yes, this is either an MLM or a pyramid scheme. So again, pick which one you want to be, and then we'll talk about it. Neither are good, by the way.
I've learned more and more every day about every part of the business. Okay, I know 10%. If it stopped at 10%, I am happy. I'm blown away happy. So if
and that's weird, because you should never be blown away happy if it stops at 10% and that's the only knowledge you have of this thing. You should want to know every single thing about your business, and you should be allowed to, especially if you're a so-called founder of it. Why don't you ask a bunch of questions at the next meeting there, Marty? Ask Ash when the first product's coming out, when the company's going to launch to the public, how you guys are going to make money. See how it goes.
I never did anything to anybody out there other than, I don't know what it is. People, I feel bad for people that just walk around with that blackness, that black negativity. I don't get it. I swear to God, I don't get it.
I don't get it either, because I'm not one of those people, so I wouldn't know. It's a hobby for me, and I don't have to be at 500 webinars a day to do it. I might record for like an hour, edit for a couple hours. I'm done for the day. And guess what? It's residual income. So, I don't know, Marty. I don't know what that's like. I can't relate to being all negative with dark clouds and hate. Because we don't hate anyone, except maybe Ash, because he's at the top of this thing, and he's definitely a con artist. Tell him to send me another cease and desist letter.
Promise to God, I think about it and go, well, why though? Why are people that way? I don't get it.
It's great because we think that way about you. Why though? Why do people join this company and then hang on to something that's never going to happen with so much hope in a man that hasn't shown them that he can actually accomplish anything? Actions speak louder than words, guys. So this is the recap that Marty gave. Like I said, it came out about an hour or so before I began recording this, and I'm not impressed. Like, there's no new information. I did enjoy hearing him go off about Alonda and myself and like Spencer and Michelle a bunch. That was fun. Other than that, didn't really get much information. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing next. And that's really what we're all waiting to find out. So let me know down below what you all think we're going to be doing next. And then no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous day. Take care, and I'll see you later. I really do think that he just needs to find his Johnson, and then he'll be in a better mood. Bye! Don't join the scam. A scam.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. This one hasn't done anything for the whole 3 years, Marty. Doesn't make sense to me. A scam. makes sense to me.